Hey, what's going on everyone? Greg here, and today we're doing a little bit of a different kind of video because today we are actually taking a look at a refurbished iPhone XR that came from Amazon. We're gonna unbox it and see how it operates, see if everything is in working condition. And I've actually been a proponent of getting your devices refurbished. You can save a lot of money this way. However, when I usually get refurbished products, I usually get them from Apple, but Apple didn't have any iPhone XRs available to purchase refurbished, and Amazon did. So I thought we would take a look and see just how well Amazon is at refurbishing phones and to see if they are actually worth it. Now you might be asking yourself, why should I go with a refurbished iPhone over buying a brand new one? And that's honestly because of the price. Now I bought this refurbished iPhone XR, which comes in blue, for $614 for the 64GB variant. If you were to buy that brand new directly from Apple, that would cost you $750. And the reason I'm looking at this refurbished iPhone XR is because I was curious about Amazon's refurbished process. And also, if you're in the market for an iPhone right now, this might be the best time to get a refurbished iPhone for a lower cost, because Apple is going to release the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11R in September. So if you're in the market for a new iPhone, it really doesn't make sense to buy a brand new one, considering the new phones are just around the corner. So potentially, if you're looking to save some money, that's when we should start looking at things like these refurbished models. So let's actually go ahead and unbox this iPhone XR. Now, one of the reasons I like getting refurbished products from Apple is because when Apple refurbishes a product, they completely replace things like the outer shell, any part that you interact with, and also put in things like a new battery. So it is pretty much a same phone, unless you somehow care that maybe the processor or logic board was used in some way. But Apple just generally does a good job on refurbished products. And here we can see that as we open this, we have a thank you for choosing Amazon certified refurbished. So you can see that I'm not lying to you in any way. This iPhone does come certified from Amazon, and one of the good things about getting it from Amazon is that they will actually back this up with a 90-day return period. So that is a pretty long time to actually test out if the phone is in good working conditions or if it has any sort of blemishes or scratches, which Amazon is actually saying this doesn't have any of those. Okay, so let's actually take a look inside, and okay, one of the things we're first greeted with is that this actually doesn't come in an official Apple box. It's kind of just crudely wrapped up in bubble wrap. That's actually not a good sign. I would have preferred if it came with the original box. You can also see though that they are including a lightning cable in here. However, I don't see a power adapter just yet. Let's go ahead and, oh, there's our power adapter right there. Cut me off mid-sentence. So power adapter and lightning cable included. Let's unwrap this iPhone. So I got the blue iPhone XR. I don't know if you guys remember when I was getting the iPhone XR, I couldn't decide between coral and the blue color. So now I finally have the blue color here. And I gotta say, so far, this looks like a pretty good iPhone. And I can't notice any sort of scratches or blemishes right from unboxing it, besides from the way that it was crudely wrapped inside of this bubble wrap and in this pretty plain brown box. This, for all purposes, looks like a brand new iPhone XR. Well, maybe I spoke too soon. As soon as I said that, I noticed some sort of markings or blemishes here. I'm not sure if these can be wiped off. Let's go ahead and give that a try. And it looks like I was able to get all of those marks off, so it must have been just something in shipping that got stuck on there. So far this is looking like a flawless iPhone. I gotta say, I really like the blue color on the iPhone XR. When I first got it, I got it in coral. Now that I'm looking at the iPhone XR in this nice blue color, it just looks really nice. And it may seem shallow, but that's one of my favorite things about the iPhone XR. They come in all of these nice, bright, and beautiful colors. So let's go ahead and turn on the iPhone XR and see if everything is in perfect working order. And you can see we have the startup screen on the iPhone XR. Everything is looking good so far. We have about half of the battery life left. So let's go ahead and actually set up this iPhone XR. And now you can see we have the iPhone all set up. And so far, from what I can tell, I cannot notice any sort of damage on this refurbished unit. The screen looks fine. There's no scratches or blemishes. So one of the things that Apple does when they refurbish an iPhone is they put a new battery inside of it. With Amazon, I'm not so sure. So let's actually go ahead and check the battery health. Now, Amazon is promising a battery that is 80% or better. I'm hoping that's in the higher 90% range. rather than the lower 80s because that can be quite a hit on the battery. But the iPhone XR does have stellar battery life, so maybe it wouldn't be that much of an impact. All right, so let's go ahead and test the moment of truth. What are we betting? 95, 98? 100%. Okay, so it actually came with 100% battery capacity. So Amazon did a great job on the refurbished process with this, or either that or it was hardly used. Maybe someone unboxed it, maybe they didn't like it and they just sent it right back to Amazon. They cleaned it up. Maybe they didn't have the original box and now they're giving it to you at a pretty nice discount. So I don't know, I'm trying to think what could I see that might be wrong with this iPhone XR. Let's try just browsing a website and seeing if there's any sort of issue, if we can notice any dead pixels, any sort of problems as we're scrolling through this website's content. And so far I really cannot notice any sort of issues with the display. Seems to be just as responsive as any other new iPhone. And you can see, although I'm sure the screen is smudgy and dusty, there are no scratches or cracks on it. Things like the volume button, the mute on and off switch seem to be working. The lightning port isn't full of dirt or debris, and the pins seem to be perfectly fine. I don't see any bent or misplaced pins. As you can see, the iPhone XR looks like it's pristine working condition. There are no blemishes or scratches, any cracks or any dents. Nothing wrong with this beautiful blue iPhone XR. And the best part about it is that I only spent $614 for the 64GB model. If you were buying that brand new from Apple, that would retail for $750. I'm trying to be as thorough as possible when looking over this refurbished iPhone XR. So let's go ahead and just try and test out the speakers. Maybe there's some sort of issue there. And it looks like the speakers are working just fine. I can't notice any sort of damage or any inferiority compared to buying a regular iPhone XR brand new. Another area where we may experience some fault maybe might be in the camera lens. So let's go ahead and test that out, make sure that's working fine. And I'm able to take a picture of Yoshi just fine. Doesn't look like there's any sort of problem. It still is the same great iPhone XR camera we know and love. And I'm not sure I need to really go on anymore. If you've seen any other iPhone XR videos, you know what to expect. But the main purpose of this video was to see if the iPhone XR refurbished from Amazon came in working order. And yeah, this is working just perfectly fine. And honestly, you can save a little bit of money by going with this refurbished unit. Like I mentioned, you're saving around $130 by getting this from Amazon. You're getting 100% battery life with the Amazon refurbished. And it is all backed up by a 90-day return policy. So if you do experience any sort of issues within the 90 days, you can get this replaced for free or get it replaced for a full refund. All right, so in conclusion, we got a refurbished 64GB iPhone XR from Amazon, and I haven't noticed any sort of issues with this device. Now, you aren't going to be getting that original official Apple box, but in terms of how this unit looks, how this unit performs, it's like getting a brand new iPhone XR for $614 for that 64GB version. And even with the Amazon refurbished, you are getting a 100% battery. So if you are in the market for an iPhone before the September event comes, if you're looking to save a little bit of money on your purchase, I gotta say, I really recommend getting a refurbished unit. And before I would only recommend refurbished units from Apple, but this Amazon certified refurbished is working great, it's looking great, and it comes with a full 90-day return or refund period. So if you have any sort of issues, you can replace it for free or get a refund. And if you are interested in saving some money and you're interested in getting a refurbished iPhone XR like this one, I will definitely leave a link in the description for you, the exact link where I got my refurbished unit from. And the best thing about these refurbished iPhone XRs is that they come fully unlocked, so they should work on any carrier out there, so you shouldn't have any sort of issues. All right, everyone, and that's gonna do it for this video. Hopefully it helped you out if you were ever curious about buying refurbished products, especially from Amazon. Hopefully this video helped you out in maybe making that decision more clearer. And also let me know in the comments below, do you have any experience buying refurbished Apple products in the past? What do you think? Do you think it's a good value? And also be sure, if you like this video, give me a like. If you wanna see more from my channel, make sure you're subscribed. And as always, I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everyone.